What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. We're here today with the BMW M2 Coupe. It's Volume 5. They've given us one new car. I've got it built out for you in S-Class. Let me show you some of the vanity items for it, how to set it up, and get the most out of this little beamer. Alright, let's dig into it. First and foremost, for the styling portion of it, there's a lot of stuff you can do, you guys. Just right out of the gate, if you go to body kits, there's 4 or 5 to choose from. So you can really go full wide body. I mean, you can really make it look the way you'd like. And so I would say that as a new car, they've definitely given us a lot to work with. You can make it look your own way, which I'm pretty happy with. So I got to give it that. That's about where the excitement for this car starts and stops. It is mid from the floor up. I've got it built out to S-Class. I bought all the engines. I built it out all the way. I saw somebody in my comment section of Discord like, oh, it's good in S+. They forgot what a real Regera looks like. Guys, this is not an S+ car. Let me just shut that shit down right away. A+, it's lacking. It's better at S, but it's still lacking on the big end. This is not a meta car. This isn't going to shake up the current build tiers of what's good and what's not. But if you are looking to drive the new car and set it up the best it can be, I do have that best S-Class build for you. So let's dig into it. For the engines, you guys, there's a ton of different engines to pick from. I've built them all out. At the end of the day, it really came down to the 4.0 V8 or the 3.8 liter V6. I went with the V8 because it had a little bit better torque and it had just a little bit less horsepower. Overall, the top speed was the same. Felt like the V8 pulled just a little harder. This car lacks on the big end, so when you shift into 5th, you shift into 6th, even with nitrous and boost, this car it doesn't hit like the other cars do, and so you're going to constantly be trying to overcome that. Mind you, watch the gameplay footage. I have no problem slaying a pub lobby. I managed to get 3 other guys to race with me, so I had a lobby of 4. Woohoo! But it does do okay. So if you've got your driver mod installed, you can probably do pretty well in it. So the engine that I'm recommending for the build today is the 3rd engine over. That is going to be the Pro Silver 4.0 liter V8, 577 brake horsepower when we start. For the parts, you're going to go Elite Platinum induction. You're going to do Elite Platinum ECU. You are going to do Silver Pro fuel system and Silver Pro exhaust. And then you're going to mate all of that to an Elite Platinum screw supercharger to give you the most mechanical advantage to try to get this car accelerating as hard as possible. If you do go with the roots, it is going to take you out of the class with this current configuration. So just make sure you guys are aware of that. Slap in that screw supercharger when you do it up. Sport Bronze Nitrous as I do. And then we're going to go Elite Platinum road suspension, Silver Pro brakes, and Elite Platinum grip tires. Sport Bronze clutch. And then you are going to stay with the Silver Pro 6-speed transmission. As soon as we touch it with a better tranny, it pulls us right out of the class. And so make sure you guys run that Silver Pro. That is stock. And then I am running the Elite Platinum differential, but you guys can get away with just the Super Gold for this setup. But you need at least the Super Gold so you can slide that slider and get at least a little more grip and handling out of it. Auxiliary, as I always do, is Nitrous Drift, Nitrous Grip. That way we can get the most out of those micro drifts and really get the car set up to get that boost going. For the handling setup, you're going to slide the slider to the left. It is a 70% grip build. That all being said, the car is not super rowdy. I didn't feel it kicking out on me. I didn't feel it wanting to kill me. You'll see that in the gameplay footage. It's pretty stable. And I was able to put it into some of the shortcuts and some of the tighter lines that you wouldn't be able to do with some of the other cars. Now, that being said, I think the reason I can do that is because I'm going considerably slower than some of those other cars. And so less speed, easier to handle. Those kind of go hand in hand. So do what you do, but for this setup, it is 70% grip. Steering sensitivity, I run 2 clicks high. That's my personal preference. You guys do whatever. For the downforce, from the middle, you're going to go 2 clicks to the left. That is S329. Now, mind you, you can run it up higher. And if you want to run more downforce, you can still get it into the 329. But with the way the car felt, 2 clicks to the left, that kept us in S-Class, and it seemed to be the way to go. So make sure you set up your downforce as you would. I think a little less is a little better for the big end. Traction control off, and I run my drift entry as brake tap. Guys, that is going to be the BMW M2 Coupe, the brand new Volume 5 car. I wanted to get this out to you as soon as I could. It took me a little longer to shoot this video than it normally does because first I had to play the game and knock the rust off. I've been playing a lot of other games, a lot of you guys know that. And so I wanted to at least be somewhat competent while I was driving it. I still am a little rusty, my lines are a little rough, and my boost management isn't quite as good as it should be, so bear with me on that for the gameplay footage, but overall, it does do okay, and I think that this is the very best S-Class configuration that I can give you guys. Outside of that, that's the build. I'm Alex Cornnut, your wheelman. Stay tuned for that gameplay footage, watch me run it in a playlist. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Alright. Oh, look at those perfect graphics on that car back there. S-Class car is probably its best bet. It's either this or A+. I will say that we are lacking in a lot of places, but at least it does 200-mile-an-hour-ish. There's a lot of different places you can use this BMW, like say A+ or S is going to be where it fit best. It felt super underpowered in A+ when I was testing with it, so I think this is going to be the way to go. Oh, missed checkpoint, unlucky, unlucky. Gotta knock the rust off, boys. It's been a while since we've been playing the Need for Speed game. For good reason. There's a lot of other better games to play right now, but if you guys are still out here running the MIDforSpeed, I want to get you hooked up with the very best that we can for this car. Mind you, even with a missed checkpoint and being rusty as hell, you can still go slay pub lobbies and pretty much anything you want if you're got your driver mod. Okay, we will try to get that up to a 3-bar. There it is. Boom, use it. Okay. Yeah, the top end, it's a little lacking. It's just slow to get up to its top speed. There's just so many other cars in the S-Class that get there quickly. So you're fighting kind of an uphill battle with this one, but it's controllable. It seems to micro drift alright. It's predictable. It doesn't get super rowdy on you, which I like. Even with that 70% drift, it's not atrocious, whereas a lot of other cars are pretty rough. I will say that I'm not super thrilled with its turn-in and micro-drift. Like, you really got to force it. Obviously, I missed a checkpoint, so we're running like 206. Memory serves 50s is where we want to be, so we're way off from that, but we missed a checkpoint. Let's see how we do going into blue collar. Your boy's rusty. It's been a while since we played the Need for Speed game, so we're gonna just do the best we can there. I like the way the car looks. At least we've got that going for us, which is nice. There's not a whole lot of cars coming to Need for Speed that we can get excited about. Literally everything else is a recycle. It's like, oh hey, by the way, we got this sweet body kit on a GNX. Tight. Oh look, we recycled a bunch of body kits from previous Need for Speed games that you can buy. Tight. I'm just so unenthusiastic about EA, man. They're just dicking us down real hard. But I heard some rumblings that Disney might be potentially trying to buy out EA games. Disney doesn't do shit tier products. So if they do buy out EA games, they would then inherit Criterion and a lot of the other developers that EA owns, which could be potentially really good for us as gamers. Now, mind you, that's a rumor. Nothing's confirmed. Where I read that, it was on Reddit somewhere, so I can't even confirm if that was like legit information or not. So let's not go to the store with that information. But at least it's a nice thought. Yeah, it's not super happy to settle. I am hitting my boost a little earlier than I should be, I think. But the car is predictable. I mean, it's doing what I want it to do. Yeah, my lines for Blue Collar are a little rusty. We've been playing way too many other games. Got Motorfest and then Forza Motorsport are both out, so it's like learning how to use Yellow Boost again and shift with the bumpers has been quite an achievement this morning. It took me probably an hour to relearn how to play the video game. But with as many hours as I've got in it, it wasn't too bad, I guess. There's a lot of muscle memory that came back. It's a little slow in the dirt. Floats a little bit. Yeah, it's a little sluggish. It feels better in S than it did for me in A+, but I don't think either class is really all that hot in this car. This car is mid, guys. There's just no getting over it. Mind you, I think there's a lot of people that like this car as a whole, and so they're going to want to be playing with it for those reasons. And so yeah, if you're looking for, you know, a decent setup for the BMW, this is probably going to be it. It's absolutely this engine combination. We're not doing any sub 2s. 212 with rust on. Like I say, I'm not. It's been months since I played, you guys, so we gotta calculate that in. I wasn't boosting and stuff where I could. This car can probably do sub 210s pretty easy without much work, but I don't see it doing sub 2, so I wouldn't say it's overly meta, but it does drive okay. It is predictable, so it does have that going for it, which is nice. I mean, there's a lot of cars that are just super rowdy, and so it's nothing like that. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, this car's freaking amazing. So, you know, we out here. But driver mod's always that big key, right? So it's been a long time since I've been playing, and we're able to just open the gates and go drive the car and do pretty well in it. So I think that if you guys are wanting to drive this vehicle and you've got your driver mod installed, it's pretty good. Okay, now you can do pretty good. You can probably make anything fast. Gotta give a shout out to the guy in the Beetle. He's out here repping it pretty hard, and he's got a custom license plate, so we salute this man. He's got the full streamer set up. Got green hair. $350Z. That dude's out here doing something a little different. And he's drifting it, dude. Crazy. Oh, unlucky. We clipped the wall there. BMW came back for a second touch. All right, we're gonna work for it now. Oh yes, yes, takedown. Let's go, let's go. Let's see if we can catch ourselves that Beetle. All right, catch fifth gear here. See if we can get this line set up. Oh no! Oh no! All right, looking for that 3-bar. There it is. Shift into fifth. 3-bar. Swoop the gas station for the boost. Get it up on the big end. Get that draft going. See how our boy does on the shortcut. I feel like he just ate van. We still got it, boys. That's the first time I've hit that shortcut in a while. Let's risk. That does speak to a testament to the car. The fact that we could very cleanly get through that and correct and not be too wild is pretty good. I mean, that shows that you can put the car where you want it, which is a positive thing. It just doesn't feel very fast. Yeah, we did have that missed checkpoint and went all crazy with a crash, so our overall time is not very good. But I'm not here setting records anymore, especially. But that's going to be the BMW M2 Coupe. Apparently it's A+ 218. Just need for speed things. Game's been out a year. We still can't figure out how to get our end screen correct. God, you gotta love it, dude. This game is so scuffed. Need for Speed Racers, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.